Hi, my name is Keji Hamilton. At the age of 16 plus, I dropped out of school because I have the intention of going into music. Why? I read a little book that says, in summary, the white man education is not for the black man. So I got back home, and when me and my father got into argument, I left home and I went straight to Fela Anikulapo Kuti's shrine, from where I went to his house, Kalakuta Republic, and eventually became a guitarist with the Egypt 80 band. This exposed me to a whole lot of things. Of course, marijuana, and then eventually I graduated to cocaine and heroin and many other drugs. Of course, how did I get to know all the other drugs? I started touring with the band as a guitarist. Of course, we toured Europe and America. I remember the first time I was on stage with Fela in Brixton Academy, in England. It was a wow experience, So these tours exposed me to other sophisticated drugs and all of that. And eventually, the cost of meeting up with my addiction got me into crime and several other things. And all of this happened. Okay, I did some time in police cells, and of course, I was kept in prison for some few weeks or months at most, and all that. So how did I get to Fela Anikulapo Kuti's house? How did I become a musician with the Egypt 80 band? How did I start touring? What happened? It is all linked to the decision I made while in school. And no wonder they say your decision determines your future. Of course, a classmate of mine gave me a little book to read titled The Answers of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. You summarize the content of that book, it simply says the white man education cannot benefit a black man. After reading this, I was all messed up in my mind. I'm like, I'm wasting my time here. So I decided, what am I going to do with my life? So in my thoughts, what came to my mind is that you need to be a musician. When you're a musician, you're going to be famous, you're going to make money, you're going to travel, blah. That was it. So I left school and I came back home. And so me and my father got into an argument. That was when he said, what? No child of mine is going to drop out of school. And I'm like, he wouldn't even ask me, why did you drop out of school? What is happening in your mind? He didn't even know that I have emotions, I have fears. He didn't even know that I have stress. So this bothered my mind. And then he went ahead to make another statement that affected me. When I told him that I wanted to be a musician, he said, no child of mine can be a musician. Can't you see that musicians are lay about people? Look at what music has done to that man they call Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Now, as at that time, Fela Anikulapo Kuti was the greatest thing that came out of Africa. He was so popular. Nobody knew my dad. So these are the thoughts of a teenager. So right there, I made up my mind I was going to end up with Fela Kuti. The rest is history. That was how I journeyed to Kalakuta Republic. Now, parents, you shouldn't respond to your children like that. Many parents don't even care what their children are going through. They just believe since they are providing the funds, they are providing all the toys, they are providing the food, they are providing the clothes, then everything is okay with the child. But that's not true. Children have emotion. Children think too. Children have dreams. You need to find out what is going on in the mind of your child. You need to be very compatible with your child. In fact, you need to be your child's best friend, because that's the only way you'll find out what is going on in the mind of your child. Going into retrospection, I was wondering if my father had asked me, why did you take this decision? If I thought out what was going on in my heart, maybe he would have been able to advise me better, and probably I wouldn't drop out of school. But he never bothered to find out. And as this episode's going on, like I said, I'll be sharing my experiences in this YouTube channel. You find out all the other things that happened even before this final stage of meeting my father. And so my name is Keji Hamilton. I'm the president of Global Center for Drug Eradication. Before now, I was the guitarist and keyboard player of the Egypt 80 band, the band owned by the legendary late Fela Anikulapo Kuti. And I was with the band for close to 15 years, recorded several albums with them, until I had a turnaround. And you'll still find out what that turnaround is about. Thank you. Learn to educate your children. Learn to be close to your children. Learn to be friends to your children. I'll see you another time.